Thanks for tuning in to the Conchs, a Bring Joy podcast. I'm your host, Joy Newlish. I'm a first-generation Conch raised by a fourth. What does that add up to? A whole lot of Conch Pride. And that's what this show is all about, celebrating the incredible people of Key West and their stories from every corner of our Conch community. So sit back and relax, cuz. Let's do this thing. This episode is sponsored by Ramona's, promoting Conch Pride since 1971. How we doing, Conch fans? I got a good one for you today. We're talking with Tommy Butler, a true Conch and head coach of the Key West High School basketball program. Welcome to the show, Coach.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
I'm excited that we're finally able to talk.
Yeah.
And we're going to get right into it. What should Conch fans expect this season from the Conch basketball team?
Just a team that's connected. We got a good group of guys. So they really love playing for each other. Just a team, like a unit, years past, individuals been really trying to build a team. So a team that's just connected and they play hard. They play for each other. We just been instilling that into them. So just a team that fights together, plays as a unit, plays together.
I love that. And I'll flip the question around. What do you and the team expect from Conch fans this season?
Just to show up, man, to support the boys. They feed off of that energy. A lot of games last season, I think the crowd kind of willed the boys to play harder while they were tired or fatigued. It just makes them want to give more and go harder when they see their friends and family out there cheering them on. So just the support.
That sounds good. I was able to go to one of the preseason games, and I have to tell you, I had the best time that I've had in a long time. There was a lot of fans in the stands. Everybody was hyped. And your boys were running the floor from one end to the other. I say it was tenacious defense, putting the pressure on the other team, making the shots.
Yeah, so high octane. We run a lot of practice. We get up and down, majority of practice. So when we get in the game, that's just what we want to do. We want to pressure the other team and try to get them to turn the ball over and just run the floor and make it easy on us. Not too much offense. I mean, when we need to, we'll get there, but we try to defend, rebound and run the floor, make shots, layups. But yeah, that's our identity this year.
The fundamentals, right?
Right. Yes, ma'am. And
I have to say, I don't think anybody missed a layup. And I remember years past, he got it wide open. And, they missed a layup. So I appreciated the fact that they was hitting the layups, the little short jumpers, and there was plenty of three-pointers, too, to bring the crowd to the feet.
For sure. I know that, again, years past, man, we struggle with shooting, man. So, again, it's another emphasis of the program this year. The boys kind of voiced it to me over the summer after last year, like, Coach, we need to shoot more. We need to put up more shots. So I kind of, heard them out. Listen to them. So now we put up a ton of shots in practice. So it showed that night they really put the ball in the basket. Layups, that's unacceptable. We don't miss layups. The boys know. You come to a practice, you miss a layup, push-ups, sprints. So we just try to drill it in their head. We got to get the open layups for sure.
I love that. And I'm not a basketball aficionado, but I definitely noticed those little things. And like I said, I had a great time out at the basketball game, and I plan on being there as many games as possible. And speaking of that, I was looking at the schedule, and I believe we have 10 home games this year.
Yes, 10, yes. There was a mistake on the schedule too. December, I don't know if probably the schedule that I put out, there was a mistake on there. Okay. December 6th, we play, it was a Saturday. It's a Saturday. We play Pace. It says away on the schedule, but it's really home. So there was just a little mistake on the schedule. So I don't know if you knew that already, but maybe we have 11 home games. But yeah, December 6th, Monsignor Pace, that is a home game. That's not an away game.
Okay. And I circled that one because I don't know about this generation of Conchs, but back when I was growing up and the years after, there's no room for Pace on this island. That's a rival. Is that still exist?
That's a historic rival. I mean, we haven't played them. The intensity of the rivalry has definitely died down. We haven't played them in a while. But I still remember as a kid, I remember growing up, watching my older brothers, my older cousins, and all the older guys, that old 102 run, we had to beat Pace at Pace. I remember being able to get out of school to come attend all those games. So I remember the tradition and the history behind the Pace rivalry for sure. So when I do schedule them, it's in my mind for sure. I think about it.
Well, that's good stuff. And I see Marathon is also on the schedule. It's always good to play one of the Keys rival teams as well.
Yeah. I got Marathon twice. Coach Murphy is a great coach. He's also running a great program over there. I love Coach Murphy, man. So, yeah, we're gonna get them twice, and they actually beat us last year, man, in Marathon. So, a little,
That's good. That's good. It
gotta,
keeps everybody on their toes.
yeah. They got a great program over there. They're building up real strong. They got some strong players right now. Real competitive. There's no more, Key West just gonna stomp Marathon. They're competitive. They're competing now. Yeah, we have them home and away this year, and again, it should be a good show for both of those.
Sounds good. So when you confirmed that you would be on the podcast, I put out a promo on social media and I asked the listeners if they had any questions for you.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if you saw athletic director Andrew Freeman. He wants to know if you're going to be rocking a suit and tie this season.
So,
What's that about?
the kids asked me about that as well. They asked me if I was they ever gonna see me in a suit and tie. So it's a thing. Andrew's another one. He wants to. I don't know. He wants me to dress up. I told the kids that senior night, coach is gonna get. I'm gonna get fly for him. I'm gonna let him see me. So senior night we play Westminster, January 16th at home. I'll be dapper, suit and tie. I'll be dapper.
That sounds good. I'll be there for sure. And I believe you and Andrew graduated class of 2012 together.
Yeah, I think I'm Andrew. I don't know if Andrew was 2012. He might have been 13, like right after me, but fairly close. We went to school together for sure. Andrew is he's a tremendous AD for sure. He helps me out. He's a tremendous guy. Great to have him.
So you're in your second year as the head coach.
Yes.
What is something you learned last year that you're glad you know now coming into this second season?
Just patience. I think that I wanted everything to work out my first year, like right then. I wanted to just get the job and just get them going and just be like, all right, we're good. We're ready to compete. State championship. And I had to, reality check. Like we went 9-12 last year. I had a main guy go down with injuries, and it's just dealing with a lot of things that you have to also be ready for. So I think just learning how to be patient and just enjoy the grind and really embrace the grind of it, and kind of not looking at the outcome of games and wins and losses, but just trying to develop the kids and to be the best version of themselves, like on and off the court. So yeah, just patience and letting it all settle in, and understanding that it might take a couple years to really reach that, for it to set in and get to that level that we want to get to. So yeah, I would say that.
I love the expectation and raising the standards. I love the fact that you said that the players came to you and say, hey, we want to shoot the ball. We know we're looking for improvement. So they want to win. They're ready to win also. You've got some seniors on the team, quite a few seniors. James Osborne for sure.
Yeah,
And
Osborne's good. He's good.
He slammed one. He had a slam dunk the other weekend.
Yeah, he slammed it. Should be getting it a little harder, but I'll give him that one. He got it.
I love to watch him play. He comes from a line of basketball players. His daddy could play.
Bloodline is strong. Sports strong for sure. He's got
and
it.
Who are some of the other seniors that you're looking and having expectations for this year?
Zachary Levering, another one. I've been around him since he was a freshman, now 4 years. Another one, big, 6'6", solid guy, great kid, great in school academically. He's everything you would want. The kid, coachable, respectful, and just looking for him to have a big season too. I think that he has a lot that he can offer and provide for the team. So I think that he's going to step into his largest role. He's never been, someone that had a huge role. I think this year is his first year where I feel like I expect and he expects out of himself to have like a large role on the team. So Zach, Jackson Cabrera, another good kid, great kid. Worked really hard. First couple of years I had him, didn't really have the confidence, didn't want to shoot the ball. And then last year he just kind of broke open. Had dealt with a couple of injuries. His sophomore year he injured his leg really bad. So his junior year was like his breakout year last year, and he he was my most improved player and provides a lot for us on the defensive end. He's real, aggressive. You can see if you were at the preseason game, he's in your face all game. And he's starting to get more confident with his offense too. So we need that. Alex Means, another good kid. Alex Means actually almost didn't make the team, but he fought his way back and got back in the program, and he's doing really good. Real excited about him as well. He provides us with a spark that, scoring wise, that we need, and experience that we need on the floor. Connor Freeman is another senior. Again, a great kid. Doesn't really play that much, but he doesn't care. He just wants to be with his team. He gives it all. When I do put him in the game, he's going to give it 100%, and I love that about him, and that's why I always pick him to play for me. But those are some of the top guys. Senatillo, another guy who kind of hasn't been around too much. He had a really good freshman and sophomore year on JV, and then his junior year, he kind of got away from it a little bit, and now it's his senior year, he's back, but he's still trying to get into the groove. Same as Kyan. Kyan is a huge force. I mean, he comes off the bench. He's strong. He's athletic. He's fast. He just provides us with that strong force that we need. So again, we got a good group of seniors, good group of guys. I'm pretty sure I forgot like one or two, but I mean those are those guys that are in the rotation actively.
That sounds good. And look, let's just do this. Let's say that this is the first episode we do together, but it won't be the last. You win district championships, we get into the playoffs, and we'll do another episode. We could talk about all the players.
Sure, yeah, we're gonna do that.
Let's give a shout out to the coaches too, because I know you got a staff around you. So who are some of the coaches that are helping out?
I have Coach Tony McDowell, great guy. He coached me all my life, growing up. So he's my JV coach. He's in charge of the JV. So he is, again, another great guy that I love to have around. He's a great disciplinarian. He's very, very good with the kids as far as in discipline, keeping them sharp, grades, attendance and stuff like that. Just love having them around the guys. Coach Bernard is my assistant. Bernard Simmons, he's been around the program again since I've been there. Managing, he's done it all. Like when I was there in school, he was my manager. He was everything for me, And now he's taken on a larger role in being my lead assistant of the program, and he just keeps me on my toes. He's honest. He's not a yes man. He'll tell me, "Hey, coach, you were wrong." So I need that around me. He's good for that. Coach Herschel Major, again, another good guy, just a great role model to have around the kids. He also runs a program over the summer that kind of directly links into what we got going on with the high school. So the kids are getting developed year round with his program, Southernmost Ballers. So it's great to have him around. And then a new face that a lot of people in the city don't know is DeQuandre McNeil. This is a military guy. He's from Atlanta. He was stationed in Japan. And then he just got down here about a year ago. He reached out to me and, said he wanted to just be around basketball. He loved it. And we kind of slowly brought him around, and he's been excellent. He's excellent. He's organized, and he keeps me organized. He does all the little things. He's great with the kids. He's a great guy. So that's my staff right there as a whole. And I can't forget Amanda Malott. She's like I wouldn't call her like a team mom. She's everything. She does everything for the guys, as far as filling up the fridge, making sure the Gatorades are cold, making sure we got food cooked, the burgers, the cheeseburgers, the hot dogs. Oh, coach, you were supposed to put in this form. You forgot to fill this out. So it's she just makes sure she holds everything together. She's like the glue. So everything just stays tied in with her. So I can't forget about her. Got to give her a shout out too. We're very thankful for Amanda too.
Yeah, I appreciate that. When I was at the game, I was watching the scorekeeper and the clock person, whoever runs the clock.
Yeah, Ricky.
Okay, because that's got to be a lot of pressure too, right? Because you start watching the game and you forget to hit the button.
Yeah, Ricky, man, Ricky's been around a long time. He's real good at it. Like he hits me up at the beginning of the season. He's our guy. So whenever at the beginning of the season, hey coach, you need me to do the clock? And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I need you on the clock, So so Miss Michelle Brown, she's our statistician. So she controls, all the stats for the game. And she's like a one-man band. Like she does it all. Like she has a little laptop, her iPad, and she's just sharp with the stats. She's been doing it as long as I've been playing, as long as I know, she's another intricate part of the program. We appreciate her, her as well. But yeah, she's real sharp. She makes sure all the stats are correct. All the games are uploaded, the roster on Max Preps, everything is good, the schedule. She's kind of in charge of all that. So can't forget about Miss Michelle as well too. The program definitely loves and cherishes her.
Takes a lot of conks to make something like this happen, right?
Yeah, it's a family thing.
And you mentioned Southernmost Ballers, those feeder programs, the PAL
Yeah,
League, Southernmost Ballers. Now
yeah,
the middle school has a basketball team.
yeah.
Talk about that a little bit, and I would assume that the growth and the success of our high school program has a lot to do with those feeder programs.
100. You look at all the major cities, all the premier basketball states and cities, they all have feeder. They all start young, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. So the youth is the most important. You have to start the fundamentals. You have to start building them up from that young age. And then once you get them up from that age, you start, then teaching all the other developmental things. But from the beginning, you start with the fundamentals. So those programs are important. And Southernmost Ballers is just one. There's multiple now in the city. I remember 5-6 years ago, I think there was like one program in the city. I think it was Storm Surge. I think it was Coach Demetrius Roach ran Storm Surge. Now there's multiple. There's Storm Surge. There's Salt Life. There's Southernmost Ballers. So there's a lot of different routes for kids to be able to develop and train and get better, but with one goal, to be ready for the high school when it's time. So yeah, no, HOB, my cousin actually coaches at HOB, so we're connected, Coach Don J. Valdez is doing great things at HOB with the kids. So me and him talk all the time, and Coach Richard Moti as well is on the staff over there. We're constantly talking about how we can get those kids developed and ready for the high school. Coach Don J even goes as far as trying to run my offense and run my defenses just so the kids can be familiar with it when they come over. So yeah, Andrew again mentioned that to me. It's important to kind of create that feeder. I coach PAL as well too. Might not do it this year, but I have in the past. Just trying to get my face involved with that, see the kids, get out there more in the community. So, but yeah, no, it's important. Again, hats off to Coach Don J and Coach Richard too at HOB.
Yeah, very good. I'm glad you mentioned the other programs too. I wasn't aware of, so it's
Yeah,
definitely important.
like I said, there's a ton now. I remember there used to be a couple, maybe one. Now there's a bunch. So all the kids out there looking to, continue their careers after season and summer. There's going to be flyers all posted around. There's multiple programs out here now where you can play and develop. So yeah,
And coach, you know what it takes to be a good ball player. You were a standout athlete when you were at Key West High School. You were
yes,
part of that 2012 team that
yeah.
went undefeated during the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about that team. Who were your coaches, your teammates, and how do you go undefeated? I think you guys were 19-0,
Yeah, 18. I think we were 18-1.
18-1. Okay,
Yeah, 18-1.
every season comes to that hard stop, right? Even
Yeah,
the
yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. You taking me back. I mean, what I can start with that team, I can honestly say, I would have to again tip my hat off to Coach Anton Lopez and Coach Tony. Again, Coach Tony was my coach. Coach Lamar Moore, another one that played for the state championship team and also had a great high school career for QS High. So we had another military guy at that time too. His name was Kenny Morton. That was the staff at the time. Coach Elliot Valdez helped out as well. So we had like championship pedigree around us that helped us, train. But with that team, again, I would have to tip my hat out to Coach Anton for me personally because I wasn't doing the right things academically. My junior season, I had a knee injury from football, and I kind of went downhill from there as far as my academics. But Coach Anton didn't give up on me. He gave me a chance to, go to summer school, get my grades, and play with the team over the summer. And that summer is where we really dialed in. We traveled all over. I mean, Coach Anton had us in multiple states. I mean, we played so many games that summer. It was just like all together. The whole team stayed together all summer. We did fundraisers, and I again, I just can't even thank Coach Anton enough for doing that, putting that time in. But we were all over competing. So Virginia, Gainesville, Miami, Orlando, South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas. Like we literally were traveling every other weekend. So that was a key to, our success. We played a lot of games together. We had real good chemistry. We had a bond. That's number two. We had a real close bond. Those were my real brothers. To this day, I'm still good with everybody on that team. We were real brothers, like real dialed in with each other. We cared for each other. We played our hearts out for each other and for the coaches. So I would say that just a chemistry, just a bond that was unbreakable.
You're giving me the chills.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's crazy to think about because it felt like it was not that long ago, but it really was. And then just we just competed, man, in practice every day with each other. We went hard. I went hard. Jaquan, he pushed me. Anthony Rice, they pushed me. Tony Gidd, Ryan Wagner. Ryan transferred in from, I forgot where Ryan came from, but he came right in and just fit right in with the guys. And Don J played for that team. Elliot Jr., Elliot Valdez Jr. played. We had a solid squad. Gerald Hernandez. And these were all guys that were coming off the bench. So it's like starting five had to work every day because these bench guys were good
It was
too.
knocking on the door.
They're here. They're here. So it's like we never could take a day off, man. They were in our chest all day. And I think that helped us. And again, we just we knew we could do something special because of that summer. We were traveling all over the world, beating people. Small little team from Key West, just beating everybody. And we really knew right then and there, like if we lock in, we could have a good season. And we had a good season. It didn't end the way we wanted to, but I mean the memories and experiences from that year, like I'll never forget that. So again, I want the boys that I'm coaching now to feel that it was fun. I mean, I remember the chills. The Doral game, playing at home against Doral, Red Out, the gym was just packed. It was 2001 again, 2002. Like it was nowhere to sit. There was standing. Like when we won that game, the crowd just went crazy. It's just I want them to feel that. So that's what I'm really earning to get back to that level of play. But it was it was fun. High school was fun. We had a great team, great run. I think we were the last district champions. Yeah, I just got the records from Coach Wise. 2012, my year was the last year for boys basketball district champions. So trying to definitely get a district championship as a coach too. So that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to see you. I want to see you on that record list, right? As a coach, a player who won the district championship, and a
Right,
coach who won it.
right.
And speaking of those records, um, the Butler family is pretty much the first family of basketball in Key West. When you think about
Yeah.
basketball here, you think of the Butlers, your
Yes.
uncles Julian, Charles.
Yes.
Obviously, the court is Bill Butler Court. I believe that's your cousin. So when you walk out there at practice or a game, and you step on that court, you get any feels? Does it feel like home or does it feel like pressure?
No, I don't feel like pressure. It feels like home. It's like my sanctuary, man. I love that floor. I love everything about it. I think that all the work that the past brothers put in, to make our name stand out that much, it's just a blessing to be a Butler and to be, in this family and to be able to coach and play and as a Butler. And so it's just a blessing all in all. I don't feel any pressure. I do hear a lot about, certain things. Definitely my uncle Julian doesn't let me that guy again, I wasn't around, to see him play, but I can't not hear about it. That's all I hear about. Him and Bill. And again, there's some other brothers too. My cousin Kurt, it's too many to name. My brother, it's just too many to name. Man. It's just so many Butlers that were good and just cemented their name in Key West basketball history. Just I think it's fun. I'm just happy to be a Butler and happy to be able to coach and just kind of continue the legacy.
And coach, you mentioned your brother. I want you to know that Marquise will always be remembered.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he's in the gym. He's got a plaque in there. He's got his jersey up. He's got his track jersey in there, his jersey in there. It's funny that we talk about him because I made a mistake this year, ordering my jerseys.
Oh.
When I put in an order for some Nike uniforms and I ordered a number 2. And I was just like, number 2 is, I don't know if they officially like retired the number, but I know that, all the Pride coaches honored it and nobody wore it. Nobody wore it. I wore it my senior year because, I was just, again, gifted to, to wear it. My dad and, Marquise's mom were like, yeah, of course you can wear it. That's your brother. So I wore it to my senior year. But after me, the family wouldn't really let no one else wear the number, kind of like they retired it. But I ordered it and, I have it in the locker room right now. So I'm kind of like, I can't really let no one wear it. I was kind of thinking about it, but I was like, nah, but it's just an extra uniform sitting in the locker room now, brand new. So I'm like, what do I do with it? So I'm thinking about doing something special. I don't know yet, but I'm going to get the family involved, but I'm not going to let anyone wear it. But it's kind of crazy because I did order his number. I ordered that number this year and I was like, I messed up.
No, you know what? I don't think you messed up. I think you need that jersey close to you.
Yeah.
Nobody else needs to wear it, but maybe it needs to be on a chair or somewhere in that locker room.
Yeah, something
And
like that for sure.
I love the way that you're thinking some way to honor him, and I know that the Conch family will certainly surround you with that. You talked about you being such a good athlete. You played football and basketball. You also went on to play at the next level.
Yes.
What was that like, leaving Key West and going to college to play ball? And how does that help you as a coach to develop the players and maybe give them, the information they need? Because everybody thinks they want to go to school, but doesn't necessarily know what it takes. So how's that help you?
It helps tremendously. I mean, started off with coaching. I had great coaches. Again, Lamar Moore and my cousin Carlton Thurston, they helped me get into school. I mean, once I graduated, I had options to go to school, but being a little timid, a little frightened, still young, still, a young man, I kind of like deferred those options until I felt like I needed to stop being so scary and, go out there into the world. But they kind of got me a look at a school in Minnesota called Vermilion, now known as Minnesota North. They were being coached by a great coach. Like, again, if you think about basketball in Minnesota in that area, McDonald is the name. Just like Butler in Key West, it's McDonald up there. So Coach Paul McDonald, shout out to Coach Paul. You were a great coach. I was blessed. And I think I was just meant to go there. I was meant to be underneath him. He just, taught me so much about the game and about life that I still carry all those things with me today. And he's one of the reasons why I wanted to coach. He went hard for his players. So yeah, I went to Minnesota, a junior college in Minnesota called Vermilion, a great program in that area, very high standards. When going into a program where they're expected to win, it was tough. But again, it was difficult. I had to come from Key West, Florida to Ely, Minnesota.
I don't even know where it is. I gotta look it up on a map.
I mean, nobody knows where that is. It's northern Minnesota. It's like right by the border of Canada. I'm talking about freezing cold. I mean, I'm coming from Key West where Christmas is like 70, 80 degrees. I'm up there in October, November. It's 20, 10 degrees, 5 degrees. I don't even know what to do. So it was a mental battle more than anything. It was mental. Like, do I really want this? Like, it's so cold. I don't want to go to class. Like, I got to go to practice. The gym is far. I got to walk to the gym. So for me, my experience, it was difficult, but I wanted to hoop. I wanted to play ball. And I did well there. I did well there at Vermilion. I mean, my freshman year, sophomore year, did well. All tournament team both years. I actually got a plaque up in the gym, like I'm cemented there as well, just like Key West High. So I'm there's like a big plaque of me up in that gym too. So really good year, really good two really good years there. And then I got a scholarship to another school in Kansas called McPherson, being ran by another great man, two great men actually, Coach Tim, Coach E. Coach E and Coach Tim, who are still in my life at this very moment. Coach E is actually the head coach at McPherson right now. And one of our seniors last year is now attending that school, Cameron Roberts. So he's at McPherson right now. So I went there for a year. So 2014, 2016, Vermilion, and then 2016, 2017 at McPherson. Played there for a year, and then 2017 I moved back to Keys. I just dealt with a lot going on with my family, my father passing, and stuff like that, my firstborn. So I moved back. But then as soon as I moved back, I started working and I started literally volunteering around Key West High. Like I got right into it, volunteering, and then just got right back into it. And I've been doing it ever since here to about 2017, either volunteering or helping the program out some way. But yeah, college was it was a great experience. I learned a lot. I played at a pretty high level. And it taught me a lot. It just taught me, how to understand the game, the IQ of the game. So seeing it from that level, I can teach it to the kids and, just help them develop their IQ of the game and play better. Because, again, I really did play at a pretty high level, compared to most people. So, again, it's just an advantage. Learn the higher level you get, the more you learn about the game and just be able to kind of go through those experiences. Being able to teach the boys that stuff, it just helps them out too. So yeah, it's a great advantage going to school.
I love that. Do they know how good you were? You tell them?
Nah, I'm kind of chubby now. I'm a little heavy, so they think the boy didn't have game back in the day. But and every now and then I might lace up. James want to check up. I might go with James a couple times if you want to test me. But I
You got
think
those broad shoulders. You could at least.
I think in their mind they're like, all right, Coach Tommy was pretty cool. He was pretty solid, but they just like to test me. But I think they know that I was solid.
I asked the same question of Coach Chaz Jimenez when I was talking to him. He said, "Nah, that doesn't come up too often because he was a state qualifier wrestler." And the same thing, I'm like, "Do you ever just take him on the mat?" And he's like, "Nah, that doesn't come up too much."
No, I mean, like I said, sometimes I'll get out there just to get active.
Right.
If we're going through some drills, I'll get out there, show them a little couple things. The boys like to shoot. They want to, oh, coach, let me shoot against you. Like, let's do a shooting competition. I never lose. So, I mean, and none of the coaches beat me either. Coach Bernard, he's probably going to see this segment and be like, oh, Coach Bernard can't beat me either. No coach, no player. I'm infamous in shooting. So the kids know that for sure. When it comes to that, they know Coach Tommy going to shoot the lights out.
That's gonna be the clip. That'll be the promo clip that I post later. That's the one right there.
That's it.
Very good. So we talked about the family. We talked about basketball.
Yes.
Let's leave the subject of basketball, but stay with the subject of family. Who are some of the other connections you have? And we talked a lot about the Butler boys, but I know you got a lot of strong women in your life as well in your family. So let's give some love to some of the rest of your family.
My aunt. My auntie Robbie. Love you, auntie. When I got the job, she was the first one to call me, and congratulate me. And told me if I needed anything that she'll be there. And she has done that. Last year was real tough, still being a first year coach, trying to get it all figured out. She helped me run my concession stand. She cooked for me. She stayed hours after hours, helped me just whatever I needed. She's just always in my corner. So my auntie, big shout out to my auntie Robinette. Again, just supporting me and being there for me for whatever I need. So, my fiance as well is real tough, being a coach's wife or soon to be wife. So her, just with the kids, helping out with the kids when I got late practices. I got to stay late or I'm in a bad mood because one of the kids pissed me off. Now I don't want to come home and cuddle or talk because I'm upset. Or we just took a loss and she got to calm me down because I'm mad. And she just, day in and day out, she's there for me and she helps me with whatever I need as far as paperwork, keeping me honest. Again, another person that would tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, like, somebody to check you.
Yeah, somebody to check me, keep me straight. So, shout out to her as well. My mom, my mother.
Yes, Sheila. Let's not forget your mama.
Can't forget the mom, man. She's my rock, man. Like, when I got the job, she, again, another one. She's proud of me. She's always been that type of mom that's been at all my games, even when I played loudest, screaming. Just there supporting me, let me know she's there. She does the same thing now, with my kids. And that's where, again, she just helps out so much because I get off of work and the kids need to be picked up. So she helps me out with that a lot. Like she makes sure the kids are good. And then once I'm done with practice or whatever I need, I just go pick the kids up from her. So, but it also, she enjoys it,
I'm
being
sure.
able to bond with my children and, and they love her, like, Grammy. So they love being with her. So my mother, I mean, as far as women, those are the three that at the top.
Yeah, as they should be. And you mentioned your fiance, soon to be wife. You
Yes.
guys are raising a family together. So you're a multi-generation conch. Now you got your own family that you're
Yeah.
raising. What are some of those conch traditions that you want to instill in your children?
Just the pride, man. Just to be prideful. Um, you know, just good athletes, be good sportsmen. Respectful kids, but compete, at a high level and just know what it means to play for something, bigger than yourself. It's like we're a small, tight knit community here compared to all the schools that we have to play or all the talent that we have to face. But I think that's what makes us stronger, and that's just instilling that in them. I bring my kids around; they come to practice with me. My son loves basketball; he shoots all day at practice. He comes to all my games. They're excited about the game Friday night, so they just keeping them around the sport and letting them see their dad in action, coaching, letting them see they have a really good bond with the players. All the players are really good. Like I said, I have a really good group of kids. They love my children. Like they treat my children like their little brothers. Whenever my children come around, respectful, they help out. And my kids really love them. Like they look up to them. So just that tradition of them seeing the older guys in action, you know, practicing with me, seeing their dad coaching, they're asking me questions. I think that right there just instills the tradition in them and the discipline, the love of the game for them will come. I don't force them to play or do anything. I want them to love it themselves. And then, yeah, that's really it. I think that's how I go about it. That's how I see it.
So, Coach, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna ask you two big questions, though.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready for it?
Yes.
What does Conch Pride mean to you?
Conch Pride to me is just toughness. I think when I think Conch Pride, I think toughness. I think someone that will never quit. I think someone that is, again, respectful. Someone that is a hard worker. Someone that is willing to do whatever it takes, no matter what the circumstances are, what environment they're in. Yeah, we're a small town. Yeah, we have this disadvantage, but we still gonna come out here every day and perform, and we gonna work, and we gonna show you what we're all about. So when I think about Conch Pride, I think about toughness, man. Just the will to want to be a competitor and compete with the rest of the world by any means necessary.
I love that. That's gonna be a clip too. Very good. All right. And the last question: what brings you joy?
And what brings me joy the most is just building relationships with the kids, with the community, with everyone. Like our core values right now with the program, one of the main things is connection. On the back of the kids' warm ups, it says connected. And we're trying to all constantly find ways to connect with each other and connect with the community and everywhere. So I think that just building relationships, I have a bunch of kids that reach out to me to this day that I coached, and I've impacted their lives in a way where they feel like, I'm someone important to them. I think just that brings me joy. Seeing kids succeed, obviously, chase their dreams and be successful in that, knowing that, they're able to do something that they wanted to do. And I'm just there to help them. Basketball brings me joy, coaching, being with my family, kids, like just normal things like that, but yeah, definitely in the basketball sense, just seeing kids, chase their dreams and be successful and building relationships with them that last, long past them being in high school, we'll be friends and family forever.
Coach, Key West High School basketball is lucky to have you. Key West is lucky to have you. I'm
Thank
a
you.
big fan.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed our conversation. I want to end with one thing. I
Yes.
wasn't sure if I was going to mention this or not, but I told you the other day I knew your daddy.
Yes.
We worked together at the school district, but mostly our connection came through sports and photography. Your daddy was a great photographer. And he and I worked in the photo labs back in the day when there used to be photo labs.
Yeah.
And so that was our connection together. And whenever he saw me, he'd say, joy is one. Make a joyful noise. And it's my hope, it's my wish that he's hearing this joyful noise that you and I are having in this
Yeah,
conversation,
for sure. He's around for sure.
shining the light on you and the program and the Butler family. I hope from our mouth to his ears that he's able to hear this
Yeah,
joyful noise.
for sure.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Go Conks.
Go Conch.
This episode is sponsored by Ramona's, promoting Conch Pride since 1971. I'm Joy Newlish, and I appreciate you tuning into my podcast. My purpose is to bring joy into my life and the lives of others. If you enjoyed this episode, drop a review, share, and subscribe because there's a lot of good stuff on tap. You can also follow Bring Joy on YouTube and Instagram, or check my website at joynewlish.com. Now go bring joy to the people in your world. Until next time, much love.